back to the channel. It's your boy Mr. Feed the Fish. We down here on a late night. Uh, I gotta do some moving. I gotta move some fish around tonight and get these guys into a better home, a safer environment. Just because they are uh, going through it right now, and I need to get them out of this tank. So we're gonna be moving the flower horns from this 55-gallon down to a couple of 40 breeders that I got down there. We're gonna go ahead and move these guys on down there, and then, like I said, I got uh, a pair in here that are actually trying to spawn or whatever the case might be. Maybe they just fell in love and like each other. I really don't know, but for everybody's safety, I'm going to go ahead and move the other flower horns that are in the tank. I'm going to go ahead and move those out and get them into a safer home. So make sure you stick around and see these guys go into their new homes. Okay, so I'm going to start off by, I'm going to go ahead and, the lighting might be a little messed up down here. I'm going to turn this light on. It's not the greatest light, but we'll go ahead and turn that on. And then I got to go ahead and remove the lids off this tank and get the flower horns out of this tank that need to be moved into their new home. But first, I'm going to go down here, take you guys down here to the other end of the fish room, and we're going to go ahead and go down there and set these dividers up in the tanks, so when I move the flower horns, I don't have to separate them. I can just put them into whatever side of the tank that I want to put them in. So let's go ahead and do that first. Okay, guys, so down here we got the 40 breeder here, 40 breeder here. I do have fish in both of those, but I will be moving them out of there and putting them into a different tank for the time being. It'll be temporary. So we're going to divide this one into two sections. We're going to divide that one into three sections, so that way our flower horns can have their own individual space. Okay, so I got these light diffusers, which is egg crate, light diffuser, whatever you want to call it. I got these, and I've already cut them to size. I got this one here that I need to go ahead and zip tie that together just so it's flush, and then we'll be able to get that in there and make that out of as a divider. African cichlids are over there just going crazy, man. Everybody's trying to spawn or whatever. They crazy, man. But we got four of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 dividers, which should divide the tank into 5 different spaces for these flower horns. I got 5 extra flower horns that I'm going to have to divide into these tanks. Or maybe I can divide it into 4 and try to... I really don't want to divide it into 4 because I'm not sure what other fish that I have is a female, and I don't want the male to kill the female. So I'm going to go ahead and get this here zip tied together, and then I'll get back to you guys. All right, guys, so I went ahead and got that zip tied together. It ain't the best structure, but it'll do. It should hold, and we'll go ahead get these. We'll get these. I got 4 of them. We'll get these egg crates in there, or light diffusers, whatever you want to call them. We got 4 of them. We'll go ahead and get those in the tanks and get them divided, and then I'll come back and show you guys what it's looking like after I get the dividers inside the tank. Also, once we get the dividers inside the tank, of course it's not going to be sturdy, so we'll have to go ahead and add in some rock or something to go ahead and kind of keep them from being able to push it over, or whatever the case is. They might try to fight through the divider or whatever, but I'm going to make it as sturdy as I can, and then I'll come back and show you guys what it's looking like. Okay, guys, so we are back. I have divided each tank. I'm actually gonna have four of them because I actually needed 6 sections. So I'll have somewhere for the red terror and somewhere for this mean and nasty. Both of these guys are just mean and nasty, but this red devil is mean and nasty, and so is our red terror. So I have divided each tank into 3 sections as even as I could. I used the tape measure to try to give them, to give each fish 1 foot. These are 3 feet tanks, 40-gallon breeder, so it's 3 feet by 18 inches front to back. So that's plenty of space for these guys to go ahead and grow up in. And then as they get bigger, I will find somewhere else for these guys to go. I'm pretty sure I'll have some more tanks that they can be rehomed in or whatever the case might be. But for right now, the tanks are looking good. I had to lower the water level in here because this one here was a little shorter than the rest of them. So I went ahead and lowered the water level for that one right there. And I mean, flower horns aren't jumpers, so they shouldn't be able to jump across. So let's go ahead and go down here to the other end of the fish room and get our flower horns. All right, so the fish room is a mess, but the first thing I want to let you guys know is this is not at all an easy task, recording by yourself. So I'm not going to be able to catch the fish and then take you guys on the journey down there to put them in for the release. Or maybe I can just go ahead, catch the fish, and then I can set the camera up so you guys can see the release of the flower horns in their new home. I think that's probably what I'll do is go ahead, set the camera up down there so you guys can actually see the fish get released into their new home, because me catching the fish is not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty, or it's not going to be exciting. I mean, I don't have too many problems catching fish. I've been catching fish for, I don't know, let's say 25 years plus. That just lets you know how old I am on that note. But no, for real, I've been catching fish, man, for a long time in these fish tanks or whatever the case is. I see people struggle with catching fish, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, how are you struggling catching this fish? It just doesn't make any sense. You got to be able to outsmart the fish. So with that being said, I'm going to use 2 nets to catch these guys, even though they're not that fast. But I'm still going to use 2 nets just so that way I don't have to struggle with catching the fish. So let's go ahead, set the camera up down here on this end where the fish will be released at. I'm still trying to decide on if I want to move the, I think I'm going to leave the red devil in there, but I'm going to move the red devil on the end section, and I'm going to take the red terror and I'm going to move him on this end section. And then that way the flower horns will still be next to each other, be able to converse or whatever the case might be. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I have males or females, but I'm going to try to pair these guys up through the divider as best as I can. So with that being said, let's go ahead. I'm going to take you guys down here and let you see the release. right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that small release footage. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera around, let you guys get a closer look at these guys in their new home. Of course, they're hiding or whatever the case is. They're not all active and stuff, but I'm pretty sure by tomorrow they'll be pretty good, and then we'll go ahead and we'll feed them, make sure that they're eating, which I already know that they're eating. They love the J4 pellets. So I'm gonna go ahead, flip the camera around, and give you guys a closer look. All right, so we have this big male. I got him in the middle, and then we got the red terror over on this side over here. He's in there hiding up by the sponge filter. And then I got this one here. I'm not sure if that's a male or female, like I said. And then over in this tank, there are two smaller ones in there that I couldn't put over here because I'm not sure if you guys seen it, but one of them squeezed through the little whatever you want to call it. I'm not gonna mess with that. But yeah, one of them squeezed through there through the divider, and then went ahead and got onto the other side. Which I got another piece that I could add in there to kind of tighten it up. Which I wasn't really too worried about that because I got, like I said, I got some bigger ones and some smaller ones. So we got that big one there, which I'm not sure if that's a male or female either, but I'm pretty sure that that's a male just looking at the fins on it. And there's two down there. Of course, you can't see them because it's black substrate and they are pretty dark right now. But look at that guy. He's trying to escape through that backside back there. So I'm going to go ahead and reinforce that so him and the red devil don't go face to face. So we got the red devil over there. He's hiding back there behind the sponge. But these guys have got a new home, and I hope everything works out in my favor and for them too. All right, guys. So we got them in their new home. They're looking good. I put a different piece of slate in there, just a flat, something flat, just so they can go ahead and do whatever they're gonna do. If they're gonna do something, hopefully they do something. But if they don't, no big deal. Uh, I'll go ahead and probably put everybody back in there and just let them go ahead and hang out like they've been doing. So if you made it this far in the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share this video, and go ahead and give it that big thumbs up. But that's my time for today. So remember, always feed the fish. Holla.